Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. We got a lot of good feedback from people from the last online session that we did. And as always, technology has been the bane of my existence. Me and IT never get along. Anyway, we're going to try and do this for as long as we can. For as long as I've got something, I feel I've got something to offer, I will. For as long as you're enjoying it and you want to see more, we'll keep going. I believe relevance is very important in life, and so if it's relevant, I'll stop doing it. I'm going to start off again with Kamai. So, sorry, excuse me, is that visible? This one's not. When we talk about Kamai in Yoshinkan Aikido, this is what it looks like. And in the Yoshinkan system of Aikido, especially when I was training in the old days, they didn't talk about ki, they talked about kimochi, which means feelings. And what we would say was, when you take Kamai, put your feelings forward, so kimochi mae, everything goes forward. And it's not an empty gesture of just your hands and feet, but all your feelings, your mind, body and spirit advancing forward. The distance in Kamai is no different from judo or boxing. The distance is a shoulder width. That's the Kamai we have. In judo, that's a shoulder stance. In boxing, you've got this. Now, for all the Yoshinkan people, a bit of clarity here. I asked Inoue Sensei once why we call it Migi Hanmi no Kamai. When it was obvious, we were not in Hanmi. Hanmi means half body. So Inoue Sensei said to me, take Kamai, and I did. And he says, look at your feet. That's in Hanmi, as opposed to this. So that's why, even though we're not squared on, even though we're squared on, unlike a lot of other styles of Aikido, it's still Hanmi because the lower part of our body is Hanmi. Okay, now, we're going to go into Seiza from here. For me, Kamai and Seiza are one and the same. So, when we do Seiza, and in different martial arts, there's different ways of doing Seiza. In the Yoshinkan system, it's from Kamai, and you drop your back leg. Your knee goes to your instep. Then you drop forward. So you drop your leg down, but your weight's still forward. And then you push forward. And when you come up, you push back. Right leg up or left leg up, and then forward. So the feeling is Kamai, ich, ni, san. Ich, ni, san. There is no movement like this. So this is there. You control your weight right from the start, and you drop 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Kancho Sensei used to say that Seiza Ho and Seiza were supremely important in Aikido, and I believe that too. If you cannot control your weight going up or down, it's really hard to control your weight going forward or backward or turning. So if you get the chance, do practice this. You don't need much room. From Kamai, 1, 2, then with your toes, push forward. When you come up, push back. One leg up, knee to instep, don't move your feet, and you're in Kamai. And this will give you shoulder width. Watch my body, there's a line from the back of my head to my heel. I try and maintain, I don't change that line, I keep that line. Here, that line is kept. Same, 1, 2, 3. And Kamai no rep. Now what's important is when I stand in this position, my weight is forward and my feelings are forward. I don't stand like this, I stand here, my feelings are projected forward. When I take Kamai, that projection is kept, both body, mind and spirit. And when I sit down, my feelings don't go down, they stay forward, here, this way. So if you have no one with you, try a mirror. Look at a mirror and project your feelings towards your reflection. Hopefully you don't project hatred towards yourself, but just project your feelings forward. Okay, now we're going to go on to the Hapogiri. I know I said yesterday, not yesterday, the last time I did it, that we do it with empty hand as well. And I didn't get around to it, so we'll do that today. So first, the 8 direction cut, yeah? So first we have 4, ich, ni, san, shi. Now from here, we turn 135 degrees. Go, rock, and back to kamai. So again, each, ni, a 90-degree turn here. Sa, shi, now 135 degrees. Go, rock, kamai. You can also do this without a sword. So you have your right hand here, put your left hand here. Raise up, cut, turn, cut, big turn, cut, hip turn, cut, back to kamai. I'll slow it down a bit. What's important here, whether you have a sword or not, is that your elbow doesn't flare. So it's a lot like doing Hirikin or say, raise up, slide forward, cut. The hands very relaxed. Turn, cut. Don't throw the elbow out. Keep it in front of your head. Cut, turn, cut, and 6. Come on. Another option is to go right, left. So copy your feet, and we go from here. Right, left, 90 degrees. Right, left, 135. Right, left, and come on. As you get better at this, try to make sure as you turn, your weight doesn't go back. Your hips and your shoulders are level, and as you move, it's shoulders don't move, very relaxed. Here, your feet don't come in, they stay apart when you turn. So, that's another way to practice it. A third way is to use a short sword or just a bit of wood. And using a sword or a piece of wood helps you focus your energy forward. So from here, again, if it's a short sword, you can use one hand or two. Really, it's up to you. Ich, ni, sa, shi, go, rok, kama. Again, avoid this. And if you do this well, okay, then it should be very safe for my partner to stand next to me. I'm not going to take out the family 300-year-old vase or anything like that. I'm not going to take out the TV, but sword moves with my body. And I have control over it. And most important, she trusts me. Okay, so now we go to Shihonage. Okay, we'll start with Kamai. So we're going to start with Gyote Mochi Shinagechi. My partner grabs my hands here. As my partner pulls, I enter. I turn 45 degrees. It's very important here that this arm's locked. Ich, ni, san, shi. So, I'm sure everyone's used to doing that, or everyone knows how to do that. Here's how you do it without a partner. In Kamai, from here, imagine your partner's holding your hands. So, and you are each this way. Ni, san. No, most styles like here will stop here. In the Yoshikan system, we drop down. So here, ich, ni, san, shi. That's how you practice it without a partner. Sorry. What you're looking at here is this was designed if your arms were held and you were restricted. And I can't cut, so I move this way. 1, locking the arm up. 2, then turning and cutting down to free the shoulder. So on that first move, don't think of it as a cut, and don't turn the blade away from your body, turn it into. Now, the same thing with the short sword, and this is probably more applicable in a confined space. From Kamai, ich, Turn the sword in. 2, 3, 4. Each, 2, 3, 4. Then your challenge here is to try and do it smooth, not fast, smooth. And the sword stays in front of you all the time. So here, 1, 2, down. What you want to avoid, just like doing Shihonage, you want to avoid this. So move 1, 2, sword in front of your head, turn, cut down. Then you can get very smooth with this. Enter, step, turn. Keep your balance, keep your weight forward. If you have any questions at all, please send them to me and I'll try and answer them in the next class. Okay. So now we move to Ryote Mochi Shinage. Here, we're in Yaku Hanmi, or right to left stance. My partner's pushing. I take my partner's hand and turn 180 degrees. Turn. Again, I'm sure everyone's familiar with this. 180 degree turn. Shift your weight. Break your case balance. Forward. So now the same thing here. It's a turn. Some people do this and I really don't like that. I believe in leading with the tip. This way. 1. What that helps you do is focus your power forward as you turn. So whether you're turning and moving forward, your focus should always be forward. So put your focus here. 1, 2, 3. Or stop here if that's what your style dictates. 1, 2, 3. Or down. Up to you. The same thing would apply to the short sword, and it's 1, 2, 3. The good thing with using a weapon is that you can learn to focus your power. So you're not doing this. You don't do this when you have a partner. You keep your partner in front of you as you turn. With the short sword, with a weapon, you learn to do that. If you focus on the tip, you learn to do that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And again, once you start to go more fluid, make sure the sword stays in front of you all the time. This way. This goes back to the idea of kamai. There's essentially one strong line in the human body, and that's the line that passes from one ankle to the other. So in this position, I'm weak here or weak here. I'm strong this way. And that's the line I want to front to my partner. So I want to put that line towards my partner. In judo, it's a little bit different, but they adjust themselves very quickly. In Aikido, we use, coming from the sword, we use everything projected forward. So if someone comes at me at that angle, I turn to face them. I present my strong line to them. So Shihonage teaches you that. Teaches you to maintain and keep your center line through the different stages of kamai. Turning, going up, going down, whatever. Maintaining that straight line and keeping your kamai. Okay. Now, a couple of questions. Bob from Poland, my good friend Bob, I can't pronounce his Polish name. He said, Kajo, how do you use your power? His question went for about 2 pages, but essentially he said, where does the power come from? He says he understands, everyone says it comes from the feet, but how do you then translate it into your arms? Bob, like most intelligent people, you think too much. You got to let it flow. I know it's a weak answer, but once you've had 2 shoulder operations like me, stay strong. So Enrique says very strong here. The idea is not to overthink it, not to use your hands or your legs, but to use it. So everything comes from here. There's different ways you can practice this. If your partner's strong, without you losing this, you move your body and use your hands. Or everything together. You have to feel your partner's power. You have to feel that power, then you have to learn to ignore it. If you feel your partner's power and challenge it, that's not Aikido. If you don't feel your partner's power, I don't think that's good Aikido either. So, feel your partner's power and learn to ignore it. I learned this in the Yoshinkan, and I never did the instructor course, I never did the riot police course, but I did train with them for 2 different courses. And you were put through a lot of pain. And the idea was, feel the pain, deal with the pain, forget the pain. Same with power. If someone presents you with power, feel the power, then ignore the power. You cannot disregard that power. You have to feel it first, you have to understand it. So, again, in Ikazo, my partner is strong here. Don't go to where your partner is strong. Feel the power, then the ball. And that's why the 45 move here. The same thing with Ikazo as I need here. Now, my partner's meant to be pushing, but she's not going to push. She'll just stay there and not move. If I do this, I start to use my arms. The idea is to connect with your partner, then move the connection. Connect with your partner, move the connection. So, for me, that's where the power comes from. It's your mind, body, and spirit coming together. I know it's cliche, but it's the best answer I can give you. And everything you said in your question is right. It comes from the feet, it comes from the hip, it comes from, as Master Sensei would say, your eyebrows and your nostril hairs. It comes from everything. It's about putting that together. Colin asked a similar question. How do you not muscle technique? How do you not use your shoulder? Colin of Where's Colin fame, everyone who went to Belgium would know that one. The answer is in the basics. So, if you're doing Hikikinose like this, you will never not use your shoulders. You will never not use your biceps. If you do Hikikinose like this, then you will. So, we all know that the power comes from the feet, then your hips, but what connects your hips and the rest of your body to your arms? That's the muscles here. That's your lats. And if you do this, you're not utilizing the lats. You have to utilize that connection there. So, that's no good. That's what I want. You can see the difference in my partner straight away. So, that's the feel. That's no good. And how do you practice that in these times of social isolation? Go back to the 8 cut. So from here, watch my hands. That's no good. I raise my hand. Now I coordinate my hand and my body together. 1. Turn. 2. Watch the hands again. It's kept in close. Elbows close, armpit close. So go back to that 8 cut thing and think about this. Think about using the lats and not letting your elbow flare, not letting your shoulders come up. Okay. Now, I'm just going to check with the brain's trust and see if we've got any questions. No? Okay, we haven't got any questions, which is great. Okay. Now, before I finish, I just want to point out something. Can you see that calligraphy? Can you adjust it?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. This calligraphy says, Wu Gako Shin Yo. It was given to me by John Marshall Sensei, and it was a gift when we opened this dojo. He had it written, or he had it commissioned specially for me, and I always am eternally grateful for him for that, but also for his friendship and all his constant support. It means, through the study of Budo, we build our spirit, we build our character, and that's what it's about. Martial arts, more than learning technique, more than learning anything else, I've learned 2 things from martial arts. 1, how to lift myself, or at least in a lot of people's opinions, trying to lift myself because I haven't got there yet. How to lift myself, and the friendships I've made in martial arts. The friendships have gone far and wide, all over the world, and there's a lot of people in martial arts who I would consider family. I have my family, and I have my martial arts family. people like Paul Kale Sensei, Mick Mercer Sensei, of course Robert Mustard Sensei, just to name a few. There's so many people out there who I made real strong connections with and real strong friendships with. And I think as martial arts has led me to perhaps become a better person, those connections have become stronger. Those connections with those people who I really respect and whose opinions I value have become stronger. I don't think that would have been possible without this. Martial arts gave me this, and it's also given me those strong friendships. And now more than ever, it's come to roost. Just recently, 2 people, I won't mention their names, but their initials, one's PC and the other one's DD, have offered to buy into the shoes to help us through these hard times. And, you know, that's just the worst business decision those guys can make, because why would you buy into a sinking ship? But just them offering that, and it was a genuine offer, just inspired me and said to me, yeah, we're on the right track and we will persist, we will prevail. And Paul Kale Sensei, David Dangerfield Sensei, oh sorry, I mentioned your names, thank you very much for the offer, it's greatly appreciated and totally valued. Thank you very much.